going to do your energy check-in for the month of October from the 10th to the 17th. For the Sun and Rising, Venus signs of Gemini. Take what resonates with you, toss the universe what does not. It's not in for you. That's okay. Check out the placements, okay? I am going to use a signal as I do so. Take that deep breath in and exhale whenever you feel so inclined to do so, okay? Peace, love, health, and wealth, Gemini. Ooh, I feel like your brain is spitting here with some fascinating theories. A little bit of half-truths going on here, Gemini, and it could be running. There's some tempting, half-truths there, but there's fantasy has this serious appeal to you right now. And I feel like, these uncomfortable questions that you could be possibly avoiding, they're going to take you out of that, to the sort of that mental, spot where you kind of look at where your thoughts are going, right? You're seeking out some sort of that soap opera that you've been kind of ruminating in your mind. You're kind of looking for an end to it. Seeking out the drama. You've been there, you got a t-shirt, you're kind of wanting for peace, and you're looking for you're sick of the half-truths that everybody keeps giving you in some ways. If that resonates, take it as it is. All right, we did our some oracle cards that we will read from at the end of the reading. Hopefully they'll be powerful and transformative for you. In the meantime, Gemini, we did get 2 cards out here for you, life messages. The first is I am free. Now, this is kind of the fact going along with those spinning theories in your mind right now. And today, you find the veil of your ego has lifted and a vision of your new life has appeared. Now, you are focused on your inner growth. You're listening only to the voice of your heart and remain steadfast in the energy of love that you find there. You are now free of duality, fear, and judgment, and move forward on the path to inner peace. I love that for you, Gemini. Like I said, really seeking out peace. Stand tall and strong is your next card out there. Today, you choose to remain positive. Face all your challenges with strength and courage. You will not be denied or turned away. Do not allow yourself to be carried away by negative thoughts. You can stand tall and strong and live each moment in joy and peace, living your future in divine's hands. You believe in life because life believes in you. Powerful messages for you, Gemini. Get out of the tempting half-truths and, start seeking authenticity from everybody around you. No more half-truths, no more questioning things. Oftentimes we avoid the truth because, sometimes we just don't want to do it, right? We're going to take a look at the next 7 days for you, and then we're going to clarify any cards as well. Coming up with Gemini, Sun and Rising, these signs of Gemini from the 10th to the 17th. 10th to the 17th. We did just have that powerful new moon, a 5 of Wands that's coming flying out there. So you could be feeling the sort of the remnants of that. It's powerful no matter which sign you are. I like that. The Ace of Wands coming out for you on the 10th. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but it's a new beginning. It's a passionate new opportunity that's being presented to you this week. Again, you're really looking for something new, some new harvest in a sense. I like that for you. Coming in on that 11th, there's that 5 of Wands that we were just saying, that conflict. I feel like there it is. There could be conflict around the fact that, like, again, these truths that you're seeking in some ways. I feel like it, when you stop avoiding the questions and you start bringing them up, it's going to make the uncomfortable truths for some people, and they're going to defend that, right? Going to cause some conflicts there. 4 of Cups in reverse. I feel like you're leaving disappointment behind. You already disappointed. You already knew this was coming. Even though you were avoiding it, you were already feeling it. This isn't something you didn't expect. You just kind of delayed on when you wanted to address it, is kind of how I feel like. There was, in your mind, it was you've already had this sort of mental funeral, so to speak, right? The honeymoon, the lovers card coming in here for you. 10, 11, 12, 13. Coming in on the 13th, I feel like it is, that is the Lover's card, Gemini energy. It is your card. So that could be you coming into your own energy. I feel like there's also maybe a decision around love that could be coming out of this Four of Cups, this disappointment, you know, that conflict that arose. This could be love, you know, take it how it fits. Or it could just be a job that you very much love. 10, 11, 12, 13. With the 14th, we got that King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, focusing on your wealth and your you know, harvest. You're seeking something new, right? You're back in your game, coming out with that, you know, your energy here. And I feel like that's a positive because you're moving from disappointment, moving from that conflict, that disappointment, addressing, okay, it is what it is, coming back into your energy and getting kind of regrouping with that King of Pentacles, focusing on what is, you know, going to be kind of important now at this time is to kind of regroup and go through some things, right? And 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, we got that. The Chariot card in reverse. It's Cancer energy, but this is also saying, you know, you are determined, you have sort of done the walking away process, but there's that mental chatter, again, that keeps you from, you know, questioning things. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And I think as long as you do that, there's gonna be a little bit of a mental, you know, sort of resistance there, right? You're going to keep questioning, is this the right thing? But then you finish out the week with that Queen of Swords, that kind of energy. You're very much coming out analytical. You may kind of go back and forth and question if your motive was right, but I feel like at the end of the day, your analytical mind will cut to the chase and you will make that decision quick and cutting at the end of the week. You've got the Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck in reverse, as well as that Death card in reverse, resisting the transformation because it also, you know, speaks to the needed growth that has to happen there. And the sort of, you know, coming into terms of the emotions with that Queen of Cups in reverse, not yet ready to do that. You know, again, back to the stand and tall and strong, and you are free here. You're free to do what you want. You're free to stand in your own authenticity and your own authority, what you truly want. I think you're doing that. You're coming out of the half-truths, but first week, and you're following your heart. You're tired of the BS, so that's good. Can I clarify that Ace of Wands for Gemini? Can I clarify the Ace of Wands for Gemini? Clarify the Ace of Wands for Gemini. Here, there's that Eight of Cups coming in. Walking away from something, you know, that is no longer serving you. What is keeping you questioning over and over in your mind. King of Cups there. And now you're going to master your emotions. This opportunity to stop avoiding those half-truths is going to allow you to master your emotions and kind of level up in a way. And they're not going to expect that. Look at a couple of conflicts that thinking they're, you know, battling the old you, and that's just not even present anymore. I think your growth game has been quite strong. Can I see you clarify that Five of Wands, please? Clarify the Five of Wands. Strength card coming in there. I feel like you're going to have and hold the strength more than necessary this week. Got the Ten of Cups in reverse. It is where you thought was your white picket fence, you're happy. There's, you know, this is kind of uprooting your happiness, your home life, your dynamic, what you really want, and your emotions. This conflict is uprooting it in a sense that is going to, you know, kind of maybe delay the, or, you know, the ending or push it into being, but it definitely leaves you disappointed with that Four of Cups in reverse the next time, regretting, you know, looking back with a lot of disappointment. But you're leaving that disappointment behind, so I think that's quite fair. Can I clarify that Four of Cups, please? Yeah. That Messenger reverse here coming out for you in reverse, so there is maybe possibly information, like again, those half-truths, things you heard that you didn't quite believe. And maybe, you know, for some have, you know, actually factual proof, but for you were just delayed in finding out or looking for the information, or even hearing it, wanting to believe it, any of that. It led you to disappointment. And maybe wishing that you had, you know, in turn, look for that information. That is an Earth, Taurus, Capricorn energy. Clarifying the Lover's card, please. You got the Four of Swords coming out in reverse. Yeah, disappointment, moving from the conflict. You know, this was something that definitely brought you to your knees. You got double fours out here as well. Left you feeling a lot of, you know, anxiety, a lot of questions. That is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius coming out underneath your energy. This is somebody that, you know, It was hard to walk away. It comes right after Three of Swords, so heartbreak, you know, despair, and it's in reverse, suggesting you are struggling with that coming from that point, right? And there is the Three of Swords coming in underneath King of Pentacles. It is heartbreak, right? This has been repeated heartbreak, and even though you kind of moving on, you know, in the King of Pentacles passion, kind of focusing on work or whatever, that heartbreak is still very much prevalent with that Three of Swords, and it isn't going to just be, you know, it is going to linger for a little bit. That's just real. But that doesn't mean you're not going to get through it. You have to feel, you know, feel it to feel it, right? Can I clarify that Chariot in reverse, please? And that could, you know, that could essentially kind of why you have the Chariot in reverse, because it's kind of second guessing yourself. Did I make the right choice over and over and over? You got the Page of Fire there in reverse. Again, you know, you're contemplating things, looking back, feeling the passion. There's a sense of going back and forth, but I think the information's already there, and you're just kind of delaying the inevitable in a sense. You go back and forth, but by the end of the week, I feel like that, like I said, that Queen of Swords is going to come out and kind of cut to the chase, right? You're going to get, you know, head on the here, and you're going to make a decision that I feel like has been coming to the surface for some time. There's that Seven of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, coming in underneath the Queen of Swords. Again, you're going to go back to your roots. You're going to start focusing on your wealth and your you know, career. The Messenger of Air and Justice on the bottom of the deck. Underlying energies and the Sun. There is, you know, information, your analytical thought, as well as this is going to be righted in some way. Justice is coming in. So this week, I feel like the underlying energy could be information coming in, and you're going to hear it, or it's just going to be an epiphany moment that's going to come in. It's going to be sort of, you know, Libra energy, justice, the scales being kind of balanced, which is probably for the best with that energy, right? Because there's a lot of high, like I said, emotions. Your brain is spinning with fascinating theories, and also in your emotions, and you're just going all over the place because your head and heart are kind of battling each other right now with the half-truths. You don't know, you know, sort of where to go, what to believe, right? We're going to take a look at these three oracle cards. Look at that. Truth card comes out for you, Gemini. See, oh, it's exactly what you want. And I feel like nothing else is going to do for you at this time. Fair enough. We have, and it says, be honest with yourself. Being honest with yourself is a process, and it isn't always easy. A heartfelt realization over a misunderstanding can lead to harmony. There is no one to blame. Rejoice that this veil has lifted. Absolutely, right? Divine Companion coming out for you as well, Gemini. Its messages: you have support, both seen and unseen. Reach out and accept the help of an offer. An unexpected kindness or surprise company. Reconnecting with an old friend bring joys to you both. And encounter. Look at that. You're definitely, there is no avoiding the tough stuff. An unsettling encounter ruffles emotions. Confusion is followed by confidence. A successful attempt to uncanny meeting expands your horizon. Wow, this is definitely no more avoiding the truths, no more looking for alternative answers. It's becoming quite apparent. Just remember, you are free, stand tall and strong, and this, you know, too shall pass. Until next time, Gemini, namaste.